Imagine being arrested for your haircut. Imagine repainting your car because the color offends a president's beliefs. Imagine going to prison for insulting a king, even online. Asia is home to some of the fastest-growing economies and most advanced cities on Earth. But behind the skyscrapers, bullet trains, and neon lights, there are laws that might shock you. Some are about respect, some are about control, some are about culture. And once you understand them, they start to make uncomfortable sense. Let's begin. In Thailand, criticizing the monarchy isn't just offensive. It's a criminal offense under Article 112 of the Thai Criminal Code. This law, known as lèse-majesté, makes it illegal to defame, insult, or threaten the king, queen, heir apparent, or regent. The penalties are severe. Each offense can carry years in prison. And offense is interpreted broadly. People have faced charges over social media posts, academic discussions, and even private conversations that later became public. In recent years, prosecutions increased significantly, especially during political protests where reform of the monarchy was discussed openly. From a Western perspective, this sounds extreme. But Thailand's monarchy is deeply embedded in national identity. The royal institution has historically been portrayed as a stabilizing force during coups, crises, and political upheaval. Public reverence is not just tradition, it's institutionalized. Portraits of the king appear everywhere, in schools, offices, businesses. The national anthem plays in public spaces twice a day, and people stop and stand still. Respect is not symbolic, it is expected. To critics, the law suppresses free speech. To supporters, it protects unity and national stability. And that tension between freedom and order is what makes this law both controversial and revealing. In North Korea, personal style isn't entirely personal. Over the years, reports have described government-approved hairstyle lists for men and women. Barbershops allegedly display official charts showing which cuts are acceptable. Men are typically expected to keep their hair short and conservative. Women have a limited selection of approved styles. While details are often difficult to verify due to the country's secrecy, the broader reality is undeniable. Appearance is political. North Korea is one of the most tightly controlled societies in the world. Clothing, speech, media consumption, all are regulated to reinforce ideological unity. In that context, regulating hairstyles isn't about fashion, it's about conformity. In many cultures, hair represents identity, rebellion, self-expression. In North Korea, uniformity signals loyalty. A standardized appearance reduces visible individuality. And individuality, in authoritarian systems, can be seen as a threat. There have even been state campaigns criticizing capitalist fashion trends. Western influence is portrayed as moral corruption. So controlling hair isn't trivial. It's symbolic resistance against outside ideology. It may sound absurd to outsiders, but inside a system built on collective identity, even a haircut can carry political weight. In Turkmenistan, car color once became a political issue. Under former President Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov, reports emerged that black cars were effectively banned in the capital, Ashgabat. Owners were allegedly ordered to repaint their vehicles white, at their own expense. Why? According to multiple reports, the president believed white was a lucky color. He was frequently seen in white vehicles, and the city itself is famous for its white marble architecture. Over time, White became associated with state aesthetics and prestige. While the government never formally announced a black car ban law in traditional legislative terms, enforcement reportedly occurred through traffic police and administrative pressure. This wasn't about traffic safety. It wasn't about environmental regulation. It was about image and leadership preference translating into public compliance. Turkmenistan is known for its highly centralized power structure and personality cult elements. In such systems, the leader's tastes can shape national norms. From the outside, repainting a car because of presidential superstition sounds surreal. But in tightly controlled political environments, symbolism and authority blend together. Color becomes obedience. In India, alcohol laws vary dramatically by region. India is a federal union, meaning individual states can create their own regulations. And in several states, such as Gujarat and Bihar, alcohol has been fully or partially prohibited at different times. Gujarat, the home state of Mahatma Gandhi, has maintained long-standing prohibition policies. Gandhi promoted temperance, believing alcohol harmed families and moral character. That philosophy influenced regional legislation. In theory, prohibition aims to reduce addiction, domestic violence, and social harm. In practice, enforcement creates complex realities. Black markets often emerge. Tourists may require special permits to purchase alcohol. Bootlegging and smuggling can become issues. In some cases, toxic homemade alcohol has caused fatalities. Supporters argue prohibition protects vulnerable communities. Critics say it fuels underground economies. What makes India's case unique is the coexistence of total prohibition in one state and vibrant nightlife in another. In Mumbai or Goa, alcohol is common. In Gujarat, it's tightly restricted. Same country, completely different rules. It's a reminder that even within a single nation, law reflects local values more than universal standards. In Malaysia, color once became a political flashpoint. During large-scale anti-corruption protests organized by the Bersih movement, yellow became the symbolic color of reform. Protesters wore yellow shirts demanding cleaner elections and government accountability. In response, authorities declared Bersih an unlawful organization at one point, and wearing its yellow merchandise in certain contexts was treated as participation in illegal assembly. Shops were reportedly warned. Activists were detained. The color itself became politically charged. Now, wearing yellow was not universally illegal in everyday life, but in protest settings, it became a signal of dissent, and therefore subject to control. This shows how law can intersect with symbolism. A color is harmless, but when it represents political mobilization, it becomes powerful. Governments often regulate not just actions, but messages. And sometimes, those messages are carried by something as simple as a t-shirt. The line between fashion and protest can disappear quickly. From royal speech laws to color bans, from state-approved haircuts to regional alcohol prohibitions. These rules may sound strange, but laws don't exist to entertain us. They exist to reflect power, culture, history, and sometimes fear. What feels bizarre from the outside often feels normal on the inside. And that's what makes exploring them so fascinating. If you want to discover more unusual laws from around the world, subscribe to CurioLaws. Because the world is far more complex than it first appears.